Hello guys, the game's still going on. This is really going to be on the whistle. I'll tell you why, because it is so quiet and comfortable here. Since Arsenal went 2-0 up against Brighton, the game has effectively been dead. I think, Sanchez! Giroud heads over, that was the last chance. I think it was the last chance. Maybe I'll regret starting this video. I think 2-0 at home against Brighton sounds very routine indeed. I actually think the pattern of the game was not quite as routine as that might imply. I think the scoreline might well have ended up being more like the 4-2 we saw in midweek. There were chances for Arsenal. There's the full time. Now we're on the whistle. There were chances for Arsenal that they should have taken. Chances for Brighton in the first half particularly that had the Arsenal fans a little bit worried, a little bit anxious. It started, we did start very brightly. Lacazette hit the post from long range, and I have to say, it's nice having a forward who's actually really confident putting his foot through the ball. If you think back over the years, the likes of Chamak, Gervinho, even Welbeck, you could level the criticism that they didn't strike the ball brilliantly. For the most part, you could not aim that at Lacazette, although he didn't strike it brilliantly with his left when put pretty much clean through. He arguably should have squared for Alexis. Anyway, we won 1-0 up in the first half, and it was Nacho Monreal with the goal after a bit of a scramble. Lacazette did well to keep a set piece in play. A couple of efforts blocked, one from Bellerin. Monreal tucked it away with his right foot. Richly deserved. As we reached the second international break of the season, I think he'd be a strong contender for Arsenal's player of the season so far, Monreal. He has been outstanding at centre-half, and his first goal at the Emirates Stadium there. And then, as I say, there were chances. Ramsey on the counter-attack probably should have scored. Lacazette should have had another one. But Brighton made us look vulnerable at times too. They struck the post. We looked a little bit shaky on short set pieces. And you wondered if we might regret those missed chances. Fortunately, come the second half, Alexis Sanchez, he picked his game up a notch and he produced a brilliant assist, a wonderful back heel. It's Nacho Iwobi. Fired high into the roof of the net. I love seeing Nacho Iwobi score goals. It's something he needs to make a regular part of his game. I think he's got it in his locker. He can finish well. He just needs the conviction. He needs the confidence. The thing I was impressed about watching Iwobi today was his sheer strength, his muscularity. I think he's such a technically gifted player that sometimes we fail to notice his physical attributes. He's not a conventional wide man, but he is a very wide man. Big, broad shoulders, very strong. And I think that helps him resist the challenges and retain possession. He did well because after, of course, the Chelsea game, he played well in that game, picked up an unfortunate injury. You thought he might lose some momentum. He's managed to get back in before the international break. Ozil's injuries helped him out there. And I think he finishes on a bit of a high as he goes away with Nigeria. So that was good to see. What else worth saying? Just that Alexis, I thought he was going to get his first Premier League goal today. He was everywhere, particularly in the second half. Absolutely desperate to get off the score sheet, a little bit unlucky not to do so. But once that Iwobi goal went in, it kind of ended as a contest, and the last 20 minutes were a bit boring, to be honest. You'd like to see Arsenal push on and put a team to the sword. Maybe not when it's their third game in a week. Maybe that's not likely to happen in those circumstances. They were always going to look to kind of ease off the gas if they could, even though a lot of these players didn't travel in midweek. There was it was a weird atmosphere today. Early kick-off, not a full ground. Brighton fans were loud, the home fans weren't particularly. It was all very sedate, and that second goal really reinforced that. A couple other notes. Jack Wilshere, I think, might be a bit disappointed not to get on the pitch today. He was outstanding in midweek. Didn't even get a minute of action. Maybe Arsene Wenger's protecting him a little bit after the trip to Belarus, but I would have liked to have seen him get some Premier League action under his belt. And a good day for Rob Holding, who has had a shaky start to the season, but he came through today with a clean sheet, some good individual moments. That'll do his confidence the world of good, especially after getting off the mark as an Arsenal goal scorer in midweek. He wasn't too defensively solid in Belarus. He was better today, and I think that'll be handy for his development. Let's leave it there. Look, since the previous international break, we've really turned it around. Some terrific results. And another clean sheet today, which is good to see. What do we come back to? Watford away we come back to in a fortnight's time. Well, our away form has been questionable, with the exception of that Chelsea game, so it'll be interesting to see how we do there against a Watford side who are doing pretty well this season and got themselves a good manager. Right, guys, speak to you soon. Cheers.